Here are your biggest industries where they bring in H-1B visa immigrants. It's technology, engineering, healthcare, information technology. But we can't get those jobs. We're not ready for those jobs. Not smart. So what are we? What do we do? We're dumb and we're lazy. We can't do any of the jobs. Has something drastically changed in the last 50 years? And by the way, some of these questions I'm asking you are genuine because maybe it has. We know the problems with our education system. But there was a time when there was a NASA control center full of men educated in America, theoretically at least, putting a man on the moon. How about this? At least, if you question the man on the moon thing, within a 10-year time frame, launching rockets, right? John F. Kennedy, my vision is to put a man on the moon. Within, what was it, 9 years, we did that? Did those dudes back then have a vastly different education? Well, yes, maybe they're not getting the, feminist studies of, basket weaving. Fair. But we're not churning out some percentage of people that can take those jobs that used to do that? And while we're talking about these sound bites that don't work for me, it doesn't work for me, Kristi Noem, to constantly pivot to terrorism. Yeah, I'm worried about terrorism too, and bringing in people who don't share the values of America. But right now, we're talking about something different. I'm not sure I need you fast-tracking H-1B visas. I'm not sure I need you streamlining bringing in immigrants from across the world to take the jobs. I'm talking about our quality of life. I'm talking about the thing we're protecting from terrorism. I'm talking about our life, our jobs, our ability to build families. I don't need you to bring terrorism in. That's a different issue, and it's important too. But it doesn't belong in this conversation. And Secretary Bessent, with all due respect, can you guarantee me they're going to go home after they train us to do things that somehow we've forgotten how to do? Can you ensure that to me? I get it, and I love this about President Trump. I get that he's transactional. I get that he's a deal maker. I get that he's practical. I love that he was a business owner. And I love that he admits that he used H-1B visas. I love all that. I know what I don't know, but I can only imagine what he's going through here. Here are critical industries, Mr. President. We need to make sure that we're at the forefront of all these industries. Okay. And then the corporate guys come in and go, but we do have a labor deficit. We do have a knowledge skills deficit. So we're going to need to bring in all these workers from South Korea. Oh, well, yeah, we want to be at the forefront. Within 9 years, we put a man on the moon, but we can't train somebody up here. There's not people sitting there looking for jobs right now who are of quality. We don't have the talents. I didn't always hear this. You know what? I didn't hear this. I think this was a month ago. This was a month ago from Vice President J.D. Vance.
This idea that American citizens don't have the talent to do great things, that you have to import a foreign class of servants and professors to do these things, I just reject that. I actually think we invest in our own people. We can do a lot of good.
And for the record, the H-1B visa program, it also hurts the immigrant. It hurts the American worker. It hurts the immigrant. It's to the benefit of the corporation. There's massive fraud in H-1B visas. You ever met an H-1B visa worker? You know any? I do. You ever talk to them? You know what they are? They are, in essence, a wage slave. Because their green card is dependent upon an employer-sponsored program. They only get it when they get the job, and it's dependent upon them having that job from the employer, inherently putting them at a disadvantage on their negotiation of salary. They can't because, hey, I can't hop jobs. I'll lose my visa. I'll lose my green card. So the corporation can depress their wage as compared to what they'd have to pay to an American worker. Fact. That's simply a fact. So these high-skilled workers are somehow way better than Americans, but also way cheaper than Americans. You want to hear from a guy inside of tech? Here's Palmer Luckey.
Of course, there's so much H-1B abuse. You would not believe what I saw when I was in Silicon Valley. It is insane. It's obviously a program to try and replace U.S. workers with basically slave labor that can't ever escape. The H-1B abuse is crazy.
So my simple question for the administration today is explain how this is America first. Explain how this serves America. And I'm here to say maybe there is an explanation. Okay? I'm not saying that as a setup to hit a piñata, but I'm telling you, this isn't what you said in the past. It's against the very instinct, I believe, of American first. So explain how this serves Americans.